So far, we have workshopped 3 projects together. I present one briefly here entitled 214 Square Feet, created principally by Cantarell and Hagel and advised by me. The title refers to the living space of entire working poor families in rundown but high-priced hotels situated in the very wealthy, very religious, and politically conservative enclave of Orange County, south of Los Angeles, notable for the original Disneyland. Many huge and wealthy churches, extravagant malls, and sterile corporate business parks. It is also where the University of California, Irvine is located. The concept of the project was not so much to examine the conditions of the virtually homeless, which would be the idea of ethnography, but to probe the relation or non-relation of the wealthy and the privileged, including enlightened academics, to them, and especially to stimulate and clarify ideas of charity, responsibility, and injustice. 214 square feet is an immersive, scenic environment created in collaboration with the Project Hope Alliance, a non-profit organization that serves the homeless population of Orange County. For such families, a motel room is an impermanent home made home-like through the personal objects that fill it and the daily activities of home life within its walls. The environment has traveled throughout Orange County, creating encounters at various non-traditional sites of performance, such as the Balboa Bay Yacht Club, where it was first shown, the Central Plaza of the School of Social Sciences at the University of California. So we had the social sciences come and comment on this, which was very interesting. The affect of it and what they had to say. The Second Harvest Food Bank and Saddleback Church, and there will be other sites. So this is multi-sited, art has become multi-sited ethnography in a way. Existing on, and it answers what's her name, Artificial Health's question about secondary audiences. Existing on the border between theater practice and anthropology, 214 square feet is conceived as a research environment that collects ethnographic data through the activation of an experience. Fictional and personal narratives of homelessness in Orange County have been materialized in a staged environment, which in turn serves an ethnographic purpose by inviting audiences to experience this environment sensorially and to offer responses. The scenic environment is a full-sized replication of a motel room inhabited and lived in by a fictional family of 6 who function as unseen characters. The audience entering the front door and exiting through the bathroom traverses the roughly 214 square feet. Furniture typically found in motel rooms has been rearranged and augmented, showing the creative solutions to the practical problems of poverty and limited living space. Found objects purchased from auction at the Goodwill of Orange County represent the personal effects of a composite family. Audio and video recordings emanate discreetly from objects such as a heat vent, a bedside alarm clock, and other objects, and intimate proximity is required to experience some of these media elements. For instance, only by sitting on the bed closest to the clock can one overhear a child's story. The experience overall is an open-ended participatory performance in which audience members open drawers, peek into storage bins, and otherwise touch and move objects as they walk through this space. In one respect, 214 square feet is in the tradition of participatory performance in contemporary art that Claire Bishop chronicles, especially strong since the 1990s. The project employed classic strategies from theatrical production to create a design space infused with embedded narrative. Hegel, an anthropologist, functioned as author by other means, substituting the text of the playwright with a body of ethnographic data. Cantarella, whose practice is set design, enacted a traditional design process that, quote unquote, read the ethnographic data as a play text, and from this reading generated a theatrical setting. 214 square feet adopted familiar strategies of the tradition of the site-specific art tradition, but it added to them a strategic dimension of temporality as well as multi-sited circulation, similar to the emergence of multi-sited fieldwork that so transformed the look and structure of ethnography from the 1990s forward. The 214 square foot project is most ethnographic in these strategies of movement and elicitation among related but diversely positioned subjects. Not the working poor themselves, but the privileged, in fact, they don't appear, but the privileged of varying position, of whom the former are varying interest, reflection, and consciousness. The anthropological root of the project is about the spatial and conceptual subtleties of varying degrees of awareness of inequality among the privileged. So that is the subject of the research, not the poor, but the elite, the sensitivities of the elite, including academics, or anybody that we engulf in our net of travel. The initial site, the Balboa Bay Yacht Club, not only transposed one of the poorest motel rooms in Orange County into one of the most exclusive hotels, but it also occurred during the specific time of a gala benefit. Attendees of the gala encountered the materialized performance within the specific context of a benefit and thus had to synthesize visual, spatial, and temporal disjunctures. In this context, the subject of the work became the nature of the charitable act and how it functions to assuage guilt and assert social status while simultaneously creating intimacies across class and between patron and benefactor.